Charlie, no, Coach Sapon say on your bio.
Shapiro. For the uninitiated, Coach Sapon, that's Shapiro, that's Coach J. Sapon.
Yeah.
He's coached the Busumado, he's coached a number of clubs before.
He has coached Accra Academy.
Accra Academy
football team.
His alma mater. And recently, he got appointed as the head coach of 11 Wonders. And after 3 games and 3 losses, he has resigned.
So how old is he?
Shapiro coached at Samoajan at Accra Academy.
Yeah,
so he should be over 60.
He's like 80. No.
Yeah, Shapiro should be over 60.
I know for sure that he's mid-70s.
Yeah, Shapiro is over 60 because Samoajan is like what, 36, 37, 38, close to 40. So if you coach at Samoajan, then yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, you can be your 70s and still be a top coach.
Oh yeah. I mean, most definitely.
But you didn't add the backstory. The backstory that myself and you and Gabi had an extensive conversation about the outcome of that appointment. Right?
That appointment was so out of touch because look, Shapiro is not like your
tactically astute.
Yeah, guy, and on top of that, he's not like your typical 78-year-old coach who is into mainstream coaching. Like the game has moved on beyond him. Like it's moved on beyond him. So Charlie, his appointment was out of place. It was out of touch. And
I mean, all of them were losses. So yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, very bad losses. Like 2-1, 1-0.
Yeah, and on top of that, I won't blame him too much because that team, they have issues. There's been delay of payment of salaries, outstanding bonuses haven't been paid, those things. So, like, once the motivation is a bit low on the players, and there's only so much that you, the coach, can do. And so, yeah.
Could someone say, on your bio? His wife had a banku.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I can't get it. So that's where the Shapiro came from. Because the banku, no, you can't. She had. So Shapiro. That's how they die.
Shapiro be legend. Shapiro be legend.
He's contributed his bit.
Oh yeah. He's contributed his quota to Ghana football. Yeah, he's coached a lot of teams. He's coached a lot of players, and he's helped in their development. Case in point, at Samoajan, he coached the likes of Ebuswandwa. So yeah, Shapiro has paid his dues to Ghana football. It's just that his latest job didn't go as planned. So yeah, it's part of the game. At the end of the day, yeah, he's paid his dues, and so yeah, we wish him well. But more good news for Ghana, and yes, in terms of wishing someone well. When the injury happened, we wished Francis Abu a speedy recovery, and from what we are getting, the reports we are getting, yes, his recovery is going as planned. And initially, when it happened, yes, we were all horrified by the injury, but I was a bit cool about it. I wasn't too worried about it because it's a bone fracture. If it was a ligament injury, then I would be a bit worried because development in technology and having a bone fracture is not as bad as it was a few years ago or some decades ago. Now you can put things together and ensure that, yeah, his recovery, the bones get attached back together and he can continue playing his football.
So how long will he be out estimatedly?
At least 6 months. And that rules him out of the World Cup.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, it rules him out of the World Cup. Toulouse already confirmed that he's been ruled out of the World Cup. Toulouse already confirmed that he's been ruled out of the World Cup.
But like I said, he didn't stand a fair chance.
Well, you can never say never, and you never know because between now and the World Cup is 6 months. In 6 months, a lot of things can happen. Injuries can come up, and so that could potentially take out some of your competition. The form could drop in terms of your competition. So you just never know. You can never say never. So
and he was already in and around the team.
He was in and around the team. So yeah, he had a chance. He had a chance. And so picking up such an injury, yeah, it's definitely ruled him out of the World Cup. But like I said,
that's sad news.
Yeah, that's sad. But I'm not too worried about his recovery. Looking at the improvement in technology, and like I said, I'm not too worried because it's a bone fracture. If it had been a ligament injury, then I would have been concerned. Because when was the last time you heard that Daniel Kofi had played football.
A long time ago.
Yes. He picked up an ACL. On his way to recovery, he picked up a meniscus injury. And for 2 straight calendar years, forget football seasons, 2 straight calendar years, he hasn't played football.
That's serious.
So, if it's between bone fracture and a muscle ligament injury, oh yeah, I'll take a bone fracture and on any day. Both are serious injuries.
Guys end up in depression and stuff.
Exactly, both are serious injuries. But look, between a bone fracture and a ligament injury, yeah, a bone fracture.
Two of them are not great anyway.
They are not great anyway, but yeah, one is worse than the other. A lesser evil. And moving on to something that a sport that we don't normally talk about a lot these days because of how crazy things are happening in the sport is boxing. And earlier this week, it was confirmed that a YouTuber turned professional boxer, Jake Paul, has announced a bout with Anthony Joshua, and it's coming off on December 19 in Miami, in the United States of America. Initially, Jake Paul was scheduled to fight against Gervonta Davis, who's a welterweight contender. And Gervonta Davis ran into legal troubles, and so the bout was called off. And then they quickly put things together. Francis Ngannou was contacted. He turned it down. A couple of boxers were also contacted. They turned it down. Then Anthony Joshua was contacted, and he accepted it. At the end of the day, he's going to get $50 million for the fight. And the fight is not your typical standard fight necessarily, because at the end of the day, yes, it's a professional bout. It has been ruled as a professional bout, but the bout will stretch over or run over a period of 8 rounds. With 3 minutes per round, and they'll fight with 10-ounce gloves. And so there's been a little bit of an adjustment in there. And yes, because Anthony Joshua is a true heavyweight, he's been directed not to weigh over 245 kilos on the fight night. So he can't weigh beyond 245 kg. He'll have to weigh less than 245 kg because Jake Paul is a cruiserweight. He competes in the cruiserweight division, which is a division below the heavyweight division. And so, yeah, that's the rundown on Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. A lot of people have had a lot to say about the fight. Jermaine Franklin, who's the heavyweight contender, has called the bout rubbish. Others say that Jake Paul is making a mockery of boxing. But at the end of the day, look, is he properly constituted to fight? I don't think he's properly put together to fight a guy like Anthony Joshua, because look, Anthony Joshua has been boxing.
But he's had a very bad, spit of
results recently. Yes, recently he hasn't been doing well. His last bout, top professional bout against Daniel Dubois, as you can see in this shot, he lost it. He got knocked out by Daniel Dubois. He hasn't fought since. And if you are returning to the ring and you want us to take you seriously as a heavyweight contender, you don't go for a bout like this. But at the end of the day, bro, it's $50 million on the table. Yeah, you use it as a tune-up fight for a more serious, quote-unquote, serious contender.
For 50 million?
50 million, yes. Because Jake Paul has the pull. He has a strong presence on social media. He has great numbers on Instagram, on Twitter, and all of those social media.
Was he the same guy that fought Michael Tyson?
Yeah, Mike Tyson. He was the same guy that fought Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson was, 58 years old? At the end of the day, they fought on Netflix. They did some incredible numbers. Over 100 million people streamed that fight. And Mike Tyson walked away with 20 million. So it's all about the money. And so, yeah, you can't blame Anthony Joshua for taking this bout, because this bout is easy.
How much does the winner take away?
The winner it's not determined yet, but what you are guaranteed to get is what has been reported, which is 50 million for Anthony Joshua, 50 million, hands down.
And for the guy?
Jake Paul, also 50 million. Yeah, so they are splitting the purse.
Okay, and it could be more if you win.
Yes, it could be more if you win, because at the end of the day, the number of people who also tune in or who stream the bout will also contribute to the numbers, and so that could also be factored in. When it's a proper fight, as in what we are used to, they'll tell you the box office numbers, so or pay-per-view numbers. So if the pay-per-view, people who tune in to watch or pay to watch, subscribe to watch that bout, are more. You get a slice. You get a slice of the cut.
It makes sense.
Yes, and so he stands to even make more than 50
So
million.
this is Netflix.
So this is Netflix.
I know doesn't too do
that. The Zone, they also do it, yes. And so that's on December 19. So the fight is on December 19. And yeah, the build-up has already started. Last night, they had their first press conference. And so these press conferences will be happening between now and December 17 and to build up to the fight. So we'll see how things go. But at the end of the day, Charlie Joshua, yeah, it's all about the mullah. Charlie, 50 million, punch my face, I'll take it. I'll take it. If you're punching my face and giving me 50 million, I'll take it. So
interesting. Yeah. Wow. What's the latest in the World Cup qualifiers?
Oh yeah, the qualifiers. The World Cup draw will be done on December 5. But before the World Cup draw takes place, the teams are placed in pots, and so that will determine how the grouping will be done. And so if you look right behind me, on the screen on my side, you find the various countries that have qualified to the World Cup and how they've been grouped into the various pots. And so you have 4 countries going into each group. That's standard. And so each group will have one nation picked from one pot, from each of the 4 pots, and that will constitute one group. And so pot 1, you have the host nations. That's United States, Mexico, Canada, Spain, Argentina, the top-ranked nations. Argentina, France, England, Portugal, Brazil, Netherlands, Belgium, Germany. Then the interesting part to us, especially to us, is pot 4. Because pot 4, you have Jordan, Cape Verde, Ghana, Curacao, who made history as the country with the smallest population to qualify to the World Cup. Also in there, Haiti and New Zealand. Then you have 6 spots that remain, and that will be determined in March. Because you have the European qualifiers, the European playoffs, the intercontinental playoffs.
So Canada is in pot 1 because of host nation.
They are host nation, yes.
But I don't think even in pot 2, countries like Iran.
But at the end of the day, they rank ahead of Ghana. You look at
I don't think Austria, I don't think Ecuador, I don't think Australia are better footballing nation than us.
No, it's not about you being better. It's about what you produce.
I get it.
So if you haven't been produced...
So it is possible that we can meet any of them and score them. And pot 3 to meet Panama.
Yes, and score them. Yes, so it happens. So at the end of the day...
Uzbekistan.
Yeah, Uzbekistan. It's your...
For me, it speaks to how low we've sunk.
Yes, because... people were a bit outraged, like, we didn't lose any of our World Cup qualification games, but how is it that we ended up in pot 4? You forget that.
Friendlies.
You forget that. Even put the friendlies aside, but you forget that the AFCON qualifiers, we didn't win any game. Like I said, it's a cumulative thing. It's not instant results. Yeah. It's a build-up of your results over a period. And so, if you don't do well over a period, it will reflect in something like this. And so, Ghana has landed in pot 4. So what that means is, Ghana, you put together your group. Me, I put my group together. Ghana will be taking on Argentina. We'll be taking on Croatia, Luka Modric and co. And we'll be taking on Norway, Ellen Haaland and Martin Odegaard. So Argentina, Croatia.
Shishama. You don't know Shishama.
Who's Shishama?
You don't know Shishama.
Oh, I beg you. So we'll be taking on Argentina.
Alvarez on the wings to Shishama.
Gideon Mensah. Can you imagine?
He's not the one I'm referring to as Shishama.
No.
He's not the one I'm referring to as Shishama.
Yes, I get it. See, Gideon Mensah will be taking on Argentina that has Lautaro Martinez, Julian Alvarez, and Lionel Messi. Charlie, pressure. If they catch you, no, imagine. So we go and draw Brazil. So Esteban will be going up against Gideon Mensah. Charlie, you so it's because
if Alan catch Tariq Lamptey on there.
You see, so pot 3.
Yeah, time is gone.
Yeah, we could meet any of these countries, Scotland, Scott McTominay and company.
Yeah, I think your point
is we could meet Saudi Arabia. We could also end up meeting Uzbekistan. So it could end up going our way where we have quote unquote a soft draw. It could end up going
or we have a very difficult
group and we end up in the group of death. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But kindly make sure to tune into Republic of Football at 2 p.m. on ChannelOne TV and on City FM and get to enjoy all the analysis on today's games in the Premier League and in the other top level leagues in Europe.
You know, I was going to say, imagine Lamine and Gideon Mensah on the flanks. So wait, yeah, thank you so much.